G'day, Geoff Lewis here from Seriously Series, and a couple weeks ago we had a video from Damon showing his top 3 tools. Now Damon and I have had a little bit of a chat over the telephone, and we've decided that maybe you might like to know what my top 3 tools are and how this might be able to help you with your Land Rover restoration or off-road going vehicle. So as always, you know exactly what to do. Click on that subscribe button down below, click on that notification button too, but most importantly, stay tuned. Wasn't an easy one coming up with the top 3 contenders, and like Damon, I took on many of the same sort of variables in choosing these tools. Ones that were going to save time, ones that are relatively inexpensive, but also ones that are something that you can use not only here in the workshop but out on the open trail. Now the number 1 top tool that I think everyone should have is not me. I'm not the best tool out here, but actually a good set of feeler gauges. Now you need a good set of feeler gauges on a series Land Rover, and particularly if you can get a feeler gauge set that is in imperial and not in metric, because metric, imperial, usually the increments sort of interchange between one another, a little bit like, you know, a 13mm spanner compared to a 1/2 inch spanner. They're very, very similar. But when it comes to feeler gauges, it doesn't quite work that way. So getting a good set of feeler gauges really makes all the difference, because you'll need that not only for your ignition system, if you've got a petrol Land Rover, but also you'll need it for the gearbox. You'll also need it, I believe, for the differentials and many, many other things in the vehicle. So it's always good to have a good feel on the subject, or good feelings, you could say. And I don't think I can fit any more dad jokes into that tool. So, number 2. Now this is something that I've had for many, many years, and I think I bought them for about $50 Australian, and they've been fantastic. And this is a set of, no, not metric spanners, Whitworth spanners, and these are really, really good. Yeah, for years I battled with using shifters, and I know shouldn't use swear words like that on this channel, but I used shifters and used kind of spanners that kind of fitted, but I invested in this set and it's fantastic. It doesn't matter how old your Land Rover is, whether it's a Series 1 or probably even the current Defender, they're still riddled with these Whitworth bolts. And the Whitworth bolt, as I've talked about in a video many, many moons ago, is far superior than its UNF, or UNC I should say, UNC counterparts, because the pitch of the thread is actually curved. It isn't actually a pitch or angular. So therefore you actually get greater surface area, and it can take much greater torque. So there you go, top tip for at your next Landy quiz night. So Whitworth spanners. And I'm going to cheat here a bit too. Whitworth spanners are great, but to complement that too, if you got that for your birthday, put on your Christmas list a set of Whitworth sockets. Eurotech does a very, very nice little set. And the last thing is a electronic item, and it's this Duvalaki. This, oh, been looking for that attachment. This is fantastic for all the 7/16 nuts and bolts that you've got in this vehicle, and there's more than you can poke a stick at. This is fantastic for doing it up. There are so many bolts that you need 2 people to do, just one person to hold the spanner, the other person to do the ratchet. Don't need it with this. You can just use one hand to pull the trigger, the other one to hold on, and get it done. So this is a absolutely fantastic time-saving tool. And Ryobi is a bit of a poor man's Makita, DeWalt or Milwaukee, but I think bang for your buck, they're fantastic. And I've got the exact same set as Damon, because Damon inspired me with the set that he had when we did Edge of the Earth Part 2. And I actually got I think it's a mechanics tool set. So you can get different tool sets depending on what you want. So you can get, I think, a carpenter's one, which comes with like an electric planer and circular saw. Or you go for the mechanics one and you get this and a rattle gun and a grinder and a work light, which is another handy tool to have too. Because when your Lucas Electrics are gone, it's nice to have a little bit of a backup sometimes. So that's something that we take with us more so on the larger trips, like, you know, Road to Ruin, Dust and Dreams, that kind of stuff, because things do rattle loose. Even if you tighten them up to the correct torque spec, they will come loose. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed these top 3 tools, and hopefully we are getting closer and closer to Christmas. Maybe they might end up on your Christmas list, and if you're a good boy or girl, they might even end up underneath your Christmas tree. But anyway, until next time, thank you very much for watching, and if you are enjoying the content here at Seriously Series, then please do consider supporting us on Patreon. All proceeds go to the production of these videos and a heck of a lot more. And more so, if you're new to the channel, then please click on that subscribe button down below, click on that notification button too, and as always, I hope to see you in our next video. Catch you then.